see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do. They're really saying I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hi, my name is Sarah and I'm Paul's niece. I had the immense privilege of having Paul as my uncle. He was the kindest and most thoughtful person I've ever known. There are a million things to say about Paul, but I think one thing that perfectly shows who he was that he was incredibly good at giving gifts. Every gift he would give to you was thoughtful and perfect for you and only you. And it was beautiful and unique. And you could just tell that in his adventures and his road trips with Armando, he always had his loved ones in mind in case he found just the perfect thing somewhere along the road. And I just found this to be such a tangible evidence of his immensely empathetic heart. He would get to know you and sense the things that would make you feel happy and loved and that would make your life better. I don't think these gifts were strictly wrapped in paper. In every day of his life, he was always giving gifts to others. Gifts of his kind words and his wise words, gifts of his time and of his service. And I know we've all benefited from those. Since his passing, I've heard so many incredible stories about Uncle Paul, and particularly in his work and the beautiful ways that he touched all of our lives. Everything he did was a gift. And what I see is that each of us are better and blessed for having been loved by Paul. So thank you all for the love you showed, and for Paul, and for being here today. Thank you for your prayers. We feel them all. I miss him dearly. I know we all do. And I hope that we can carry on Paul's gifts to the world.
Hello, everyone. My name is Angelica Martinez. I used to be employed at the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Service Center from the years 2007 to 2012. I worked here in the Merced office. Every first Friday of the month, we had staff development days. I was always excited to go to Fresno and meet up with all of the staff members. And of course, I always had to meet with Paul. He was such a funny, sweet man. When I heard the news that he had been called home to heaven, it was hard. It made me sit down and think. I was shocked. He worked for so many years, I believe 30, and he made sure everything ran smoothly in the office as the accountant. I'm sure this will have a big impact on the deaf community. He was so sweet, and it's hard to know that he has passed. When I think of Paul, I think of these words. P, for his famous peanut butter sandwiches that he ate every single day. A, for accounting. He loved numbers. He was such an intelligent man. U, for unique. You will never find another Paul. You won't find someone with his heart, his love for people, and his signing abilities. And finally, L for loving, because he was such a loving person. I never saw him upset or angry. I'm sure there are days when he was upset, but he never seemed to show it. He wasn't negative. He was always so humble. I hope and pray that all of you have found peace in your heart, knowing that Paul really is in a good place now. I pray you are all okay. I know that Paul is having fun in heaven as we speak. He would love to know that we are all looking up to him in heaven and saying, I love you. Goodbye. Hello, my name is Jane Lessard. This shirt that I'm wearing was Paul's favorite when I visited him and that group. Paul gave something to me and I've been searching for it, and I finally found it. Here it is, a stuffed bear. Paul gave this to me a while back. We worked on booths together and supported each other. I'm going to miss him. To the family, my thoughts are with you. Hello, my name is Gloria, and I'm from Austin, Texas. I want to share my story about Paul Barnett. He passed away December of last year, and I was really shocked when I heard the news. I want to share a little about him. I met Paul at Fresno City College back in 1991. He was my interpreter. I've known him for many years. He was very nice, always willing to help me with anything that I needed, such as helping me make phone calls. It didn't matter what the problem was, he was always willing to help me. He was really nice. I miss him. The last time I saw him must have been a few years ago. I forget when, but every time I fly to California, I always make sure to visit Paul. Sometimes we chatted through Facebook as well, from time to time. The last time I talked to Paul through Facebook was around fall of last year. I don't remember which month. And then that December, he passed away. I really miss him. I've known him for so many years. I guess that's all I have to say. He was also very funny. He'd always make me laugh and made my day. Most of the time when I saw him, he was always happy to see me. I moved to Texas back in 2008, and I don't see him often, so whenever we did visit, he was happy to see me. He always used to say, "Oh Lord." I loved his expressions. I miss him. My prayers are with his brother and with Armando. I'm not sure if I spelled that name right. Sorry about that. Love you, Paul, and this is not goodbye. This is see you later. Hello, everyone. My name is Dorsey Cheney. I'm thinking back to all my memories of Paul. I was a student at Fresno City College, and Paul was my interpreter. He was also an interpreter through VACC. Wow, Paul was such an amazing man. He was sweet, kind-hearted, and helped the deaf community. Wow. He was my interpreter for many years. He became a board member. Sometimes we would discuss things and he would help me. Over the course of about 5 years, we became very close friends. We used to chat over video phone quite frequently. I live in Texas and he lived in California, but we still stayed in touch. There was one time when Paul was chatting with my mom and he was interpreting the conversation. And my mother said that when I was a baby, I apparently had blue eyes, and then they eventually changed to a blackish brown color. And I thought, wait, really? Paul said, imagine what it would have looked like if you'd kept those blue eyes. Such an odd memory. Another funny thing about Paul is he used to always say, "Oh Lord," all the time. We loved discussing politics and things going on with the president. Susan was always noticing us talking, and she would comment about how close we were. We were such good friends. And of course, I understand that Paul was human. I feel stuck. I can't really get over this, But it's good to look back at all the memories. It's hard. I'm going to keep thinking about Paul, and I'm never going to forget him. He truly was my best friend. Hello, my name is Karen Bishop. I've known Paul for many, many years. I guess we met 30 years ago. He was working at VACC. I met him during a game with Armando. I remember how hard he worked to help the deaf community. He truly benefited our community. I got a bed alarm from him. I still have. It's still going strong. It's a really good one. And also he bought ASL books and gave them out to different people, as well as DVDs for children to learn ASL. I know his sister-in-law, Eloise, and their family. I've known them for many years too. Very long time. He was always so friendly and helpful, just a great man. I really feel for his family and for Armando. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you for watching. Hello, everyone. Greetings from Spokane Valley, Washington. First, I want to give my condolences to Paul's family. Paul was always talking about how much he loved his family. Second, I would like to give my condolences to Armando. Armando, Paul truly loved you. I'm sorry for your loss. I first met Paul a long time ago, maybe 22, 23 years ago. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. I met him and he was actually teaching me how to be an accountant. I'm not the brightest, but Paul was so patient with me, always encouraging. He was a true friend. Paul was always teasing me that he was my brother from another mother. Paul was always the same. Throughout Paul's life, I believe there's one word that really stands out, that describes him. That word is servant. Paul was always willing to do whatever he had to do to help someone. If a person came up to him and told him that they had something they needed, he would drop everything to help that person solve their problem. It didn't matter what the situation was, Paul would immediately find a way to serve that person. Sometimes clients had emergency situations, and Paul would immediately stop what he was doing and help. Unfortunately, I can't be with you all because I'm all the way in Washington State, but today we are all celebrating Paul. I miss him. I miss his smile. I miss teasing him about his peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and all of his other jokes. But really, today is about celebrating Paul's life. Celebrating what he was passionate about. So again, Paul, we will see you later. We love you.